This is Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com with our free college football pick show. This will be Week 9, Part 3. We'll have 10 games for you here on this one as we do them day by day, and we get them all done by Friday. If you're looking for more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my premium plays, click that link in the description. That'll take you to my page here at Tony'sPicks.com. So let's get this one started here. We begin here with Rice and UConn here for Saturday's action. Rice fell to 2-5 after their 24-20 road defeat at Tulane. The Owls gained 344 yards, 73 rushing for 4.3 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 306 yards to the Green Wave with 154 rushing for 3.9 yards a carry. E.J. Warner here, 26 of 46 passing for 271 yards with a touchdown and 3 picks. UConn drops to 5-3, a 23-20 home defeat to Wake Forest. The Huskies gained 304 yards, 40 rushing on 25 carries. Defensively, they allowed 391 yards to Demon Deacons with 117 rushing for 2.7 yards a carry. Nick Evers, 26 of 43 passing for 264 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Rice is a good rushing team that averages 5.2 yards a carry. They have defended well by allowing 3.9 yards a carry with 57% completions allowed. Connecticut has issues with quarterback accuracy. The Owls defended the Green Wave well for the cover last week. Pick here will be on Rice here at plus the 6.5. All right, next up we've got with you here will be Maryland and Minnesota college football pick here for action on Saturday. Maryland now 4-3 after their 29-28 home win to USC. Good comeback there for Maryland. The Terrapins gained 417 yards, 81 rushing for 3.8 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 417 yards to the Trojans with 336 passing yards on 50 attempts. Billy Edwards, 39 of 50 passing for 393 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Minnesota now 4-3, a 21-17 road win at UCLA. The Golden Gophers put up 234 yards, 41 rushing on 24 carries. Defensively, they allowed 229 yards to the Bruins with 293 passing yards on 36 attempts. Max Brosmer, 26 of 37 passing for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns there. Maryland has gotten good production at the quarterback position with 69% completion rate, 7.5 yards per pass attempt. On defense, they hold teams at 3.3 yards a carry, 58% completion rate. The Golden Gophers have struggled on the ground, just 3.5 yards a carry. Terrapins a +6 turnover margin. Minnesota 4-7 to the spread at home, facing the conference play here will be Maryland at +4. All right, next up we got Texas Tech and TCU. College football pick Saturday. Texas Tech fell to 5-2 after their 59-32 home defeat to Baylor. The Red Raiders put up 455 yards, 149 rushing for 4.3 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 529 yards to the Bears, 274 passing yards on 32 attempts. Baron Morton, 33 of 49 passing for 286 yards with 3 touchdowns and a pick. TCU now 4-3, a 13-7 road win at Utah. The Horned Frogs gained 395 yards, 132 rushing for 4 yards a carry. Defensively, they held the Utes to 267 yards, 68 rushing for 2.6 yards a carry. Josh Hoover here, 22 of 41 passing for 263 yards, and he rushed for a touchdown. Texas Tech, really good offensive team that rushes for 5 yards a carry with 292 passing yards for 7.1 yards per pass attempt. TCU has struggled on the ground this year with 3.5 yards a carry, but allow 4.7 yards per rush. The defense has been poor for the Horned Frogs at home, where they allow 5.2 yards a carry, 9.1 yards per pass attempt, 71% completion rate. Red Raiders are 3-0 to the spread as a road underdog, a +7 or fewer. Play here will be Texas Tech, +6.5. Oklahoma State and Baylor college football pick Saturday. Oklahoma State drops to 3-4, a 38-35 road defeat at BYU. The Cowboys put up 421 yards, 269 rushing for 7.3 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 473 yards to the Cougars, 255 rushing for 7 yards a carry. Alan Bowman here, 11 of 19 passing for 85 yards with a touchdown and pick. Baylor now 3-4, a 59-35 road win at Texas Tech. The Bears gained 529 yards, 255 rushing for 7.3 yards per carry. Defensively, they allowed 455 yards to the Red Raiders, 306 passing on 50 attempts. Sawyer Robertson, 21 of 32 passing for 274 yards with 5 touchdowns. Oklahoma State on the road rushing for 5.1 yards a carry with 316 yards passing with 8 yards per pass attempt. Defense is a massive issue on the road. Baylor offense has struggled against the Big 12 with 4.1 yards per rush, only 56% completion rate. Their pass defense against the conference is allowing 252 yards with 7.4 yards per pass attempt. Baylor 0-4 the spread is home favorite of 7 points or fewer. Play here Oklahoma State here at +7. Missouri and Alabama college football pick Saturday. Missouri improved to 6-1 after their 21-17 home win to Auburn. The Tigers gained 353 yards, 81 rushing for 2.5 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 286 yards to the Tigers with 176 passing yards on 29 attempts. Brady Cook had a high ankle sprain and is questionable. He went 11-12, 22 for 194 yards in the game. Alabama fell to 5-2, a 24-17 road defeat at Tennessee. The Crimson Tide here put up 314 yards, 75 rushing for 2.2 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 408 yards to the Volunteers with 214 rushing for 5 yards a carry. Jalen Monroe here, 25 of 45 passing for 239 yards with a touchdown and interception. Key running back Nate Knowles also doubtful for Missouri with a foot injury. Sophomore Drew Pine could get the start for the Tigers here at quarterback. He is a Notre Dame transfer. He's a redshirt sophomore who saw significant time with Notre Dame in 2022 and was accurate and efficient. Missouri had rushed for 4.7 yards a carry. They have struggled defensively on the road where they give up 70% completion rate, 8.9 yards per pass attempt. Alabama defense against the SEC has given up 282 yards passing for 8.6 yards per pass attempt. Offensively, in SEC play, they do complete 69% of their passes for over 9 yards per pass attempt. Crimson Tide 6-0 to the over at home. When this point total is lined at between 49.5 and 56 points, player will be Missouri and Alabama to go over the total in this one. All right, UTSA and Tulsa, college football pick. Here we go for action on Saturday. UTSA now 3-4 after their 38-24 home win to FAU. Roadrunners gained 485 yards, 145 rushing for 3.2 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 203 yards to the Owls with 103 passing yards on 21 attempts. Owen McCown, 26 of 45 passes for 340 yards with 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. Tulsa drops at 2-5, a 20-10 road defeat at Temple. The Golden Hurricane put up 245 yards, 75 rushing for 2.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 397 yards to the Owls, 316 passing yards on 47 attempts. Kirk Francis, 11-23 passing for 153 yards with a touchdown and pick. Now, UTSA has defended well against the conference, allowing 2.1 yards per rush, 55% completion rate. They have passed well in conference play here, 294 yards per game, 6.3 yards per pass attempt. Tulsa has struggled in pass defense, though, giving up 65% completion rate, 9.2 yards per pass attempt. Golden Hurricane offensively against the AC, running for nearly 4 yards a carry, and with just 4.6 yards per pass attempt. Roadrunners 6-4 to the spread as a road favorite. Tulsa 2-12 to the spread at home. Play here will be on UTSA here at -8. All right, next up, Wake Forest and Stanford. College football pick here Saturday. We got Wake Forest now 3-4 after a 23-20 road win at UConn. The Demon Deacons produced 391 yards, 117 rushing for 2.7 yards a carry. Defensively, they held the Huskies to 304 yards, 40 rushing on 25 attempts. Hank Bachmeier, 21-36 passing for 274 yards with a pick. Stanford now 2-5, a 40-10 home defeat to SMU. The Cardinal put up 306 yards, 33 rushing on 35 attempts. Defensively, they allowed 501 yards to the Mustangs with 322 passing yards on 27 attempts. Ashton Daniels went 2 of 5 in this game for 20 yards. Elijah Brown relieved and was ineffective with 2 picks. Demon Deacons in conference has struggled offensively, 4 yards a carry with inaccurate quarterback play. Their pass defense poor in ACC games as they're giving up 37 points overall, but 338 yards passing, 72% completion rate. Stanford at home held teams to 3.1 yards a carry, but two had struggles defending the pass, giving up 195 yards passing, 6.1 yards per pass attempt. The Cardinals allowing 28 points a game at home. Both teams struggled defensively with pass coverage. Cardinal 4-2 the over at home, facing teams that average 240 or greater yards passing per game. Play Wake Forest and Stanford over 54. All right, here we go with Northwestern and Iowa. College football pick Saturday. Northwestern fell to 3-4 after a 23-3 home defeat to Wisconsin. The Wildcats gained 209 yards, 127 rushing for 4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 259 yards to the Badgers with 199 rushing for 4.6 yards a carry. Jack Lausch, 9-24 passing for 82 yards. He rushed for 55 yards in the game. Iowa now 5-3, a 32-20 road defeat at Michigan State. The Hawkeyes posted 283 yards, 133 rushing for 5.8 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 568 yards to the Spartans with 256 passing yards on 30 attempts. Cade McNamara, 11-23 passing for 150 yards with a touchdown and pick. Northwestern has struggled against the conference, 3.2 yards a carry, 47% completion rate for 5.4 yards per pass attempt. Wildcats defensively have been poor in pass coverage against the Big Ten, allowing 271 yards for nearly 8 yards per pass attempt. The Hawkeyes against the Big Ten are rushing for 5.6 yards a carry and allowing 2.6 yards per rush, 6.4 yards per pass attempt. Play here will be Iowa minus the 14. All right, Illinois and Oregon college football pick Saturday. Illinois improved to 6-1 after their 21-7 home win to Michigan. The Final Illini gained 167 yards, 187 rushing for 4.9 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 322 yards with 114 yards rushing for 3 yards a carry. Luke Altmaier, 9 of 18 passing for 80 yards with a touchdown. He rushed for 48 yards and a score. Oregon 7-0 with their 35-zip road win at Purdue. The Ducks put up 411 yards, 131 rushing for 3.7 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 301 yards to the Boilermakers with 93 passing yards on 19 attempts. Dylan Gabriel, 21-25 passing for 290 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Oregon against the Big Ten, rushing for 4.7 yards a carry and passing for 307 yards with 8.8 yards per pass attempt. And they do have 72% completion rate there. They hold Big Ten teams at 3.6 yards a carry. Illinois on the road, rushing here for just under 3 yards a carry. Poor in pass coverage against a conference to give up 70% completion rate, 7.7 yards per pass attempt. The Ducks 3-1 to the spread when they're favored at home by 21.5 to 31 points. Play here will be Oregon minus 21.5. Cal and Oregon State college football pick Saturday. Oregon State fell to 4-3, 33-25 home defeat to UNLV. The Beavers gained 367 yards, 137 rushing for 3.7 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 384 yards to Rebels with 188 rushing for 4.7 yards a carry. Gavani McCoy, 21-37 passing for 231 yards. He rushed for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cal drops at 3-4. A 24-23 home defeat to NC State. The Golden Bears put up 399 yards, 117 rushing for 4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 363 yards here to the Wolfpack with 334 passing on 37 attempts. Francisco Mendoza, 30 of 42 passing for 282 yards. Oregon State has rushed for 5.2 yards a carry, averaging 6.7 yards per pass attempt. They have struggled in rush defense by holding teams to 57% completion rate. Cal running for about 3.5 yards a carry and getting accurate and efficient play at quarterback. But although in their past 3 games, their defense is allowing 301 yards passing for nearly 8 yards per pass attempt. 4 straight losses for Cal. The Golden Bears 1-4 of the spread in consecutive road games here. The play here will be on Oregon State here at +10. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my pre and plays, click that link in the description. That'll take you to my page here at Tony'sPicks.com. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. I'm Tony T. We'll talk with you guys later.